Hello YouTube, Jonas Weefield here once again with another console review. And this one will be on one of the most hated and most beloved game stations ever. And the reason I say hated is because it's the Wii. Right over there. Yeah. The Wii was loved by many children and adults because it was the first motion-controlled console ever. And it was part of the last generation's console. It went up against the PS3 and the Xbox, and it did have more sales than both of them. Not combined. That's why it lost. But, yeah. It had motion controls. I liked the Wii, but, it certainly wasn't no, NES. But, yeah, the Wii, it had games on it such as Wii Sports Resort, Wii Play, Boom Blocks, Punch-Out!, SimCity Creator, The Blob, terrible game. Yeah, it had all those games on it. And, really, the Wii came out in 2007. Sorry, no it didn't. Came out, maybe, came out in 2005. Sorry, it didn't come out in 2007. I don't know where that came from, but, yeah. Came out in 2005, right before the Xbox 360 did, and a year before the PlayStation 3 did. Before it went up against the Xbox 360, it went up against the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 fought okay. I mean, it still produced plenty games. It, was just... It was the PlayStation 2. The greatest game console of all time. But, yeah. Once the Xbox 360 came out, that was gone, and then the Wii and the Xbox, and then the PS3, and eventually the Wii was overcome by the two new consoles, and out came the Wii U, which I don't have a Wii U, so, yeah. That's it about the Wii itself. But, onto the controllers. The controllers, very weird looking controllers. They were actually called Wii remotes because they resemble more of a remote than they did a controller. They were straight. First of all, no handles, you just had to grab it like it was a remote. It had a D-pad up at the top, it had a power button so you could turn off the Wii with the controller with ease, which, I'll give it that. That was a very, very well thought out idea. But, yeah, it had an A button, it had a B button on the bottom, it had a plus and minus button, which could be used to turn up the Wii remote volume, all that. They weren't used for too much, but they were kind of useful. It had a home button, which would take you to the Wii menu. It had a 1 and 2 button, which were meant for switching stuff up most of the time. But you can move it around the Wii remote, and you could, there'd be kind of like a hand on screen, like, when you move a mouse around, you see the hand. It had that, and you could click on stuff. It was pretty cool. Also, it had an attachment controller called the Nunchuck, which was required for most games. This had an analog stick, a C button, and a Z button. And it connected to the Wii remote, as I said, and you could play with that, too. Anyways, that's all there is about the Wii. Be here next time for my, final console review, which will be the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, goodbye, YouTube. See you in a little bit.